Again, like I've stated before, I thank God for these opportunities, man. We're truly blessed to be able to play these type of teams, especially early. Again, we talk about a new team that's played well in some games this season to play against a veteran team who's added some really good pieces. We knew what we were facing when we added the game, and the only discouraging thing is that I didn't feel like we fought as hard as we could have. And before I go any further, I want to thank the crowd. The fans were phenomenal today from the very beginning. We had it right where we wanted, and we just didn't finish the job off with the way that we played. This one loss is not going to define who we are because it's about the entire season. I'm smart enough to know now not to go crazy over one loss. It's just the way we lost it. It's the same way we lost the other two games, and you have to be better. And just thanking the fans, and next Saturday we're going to be better. You know, I hope the fans will come out again because that's what it's all about. That's what fans are for, to give us that energy, and the boys will go home for Christmas, and then we'll get back Christmas night and get back to work.
Hey, Coach, after the week that you guys have had, you know, tough games on the road, back and forth, not a lot of time off, how much did that play into, the result of this early start this morning?
Well, it plays a lot into it because we're playing 4 guys, maybe 5 guys, a bunch of minutes. And to have this be a quick turnaround in a morning game, you know, obviously that does have something to do with it, but Mississippi State is a really good program, really good team. They played a phenomenal game. We spotted them early with all the threes. They had 9 threes in the first half and only 1 in the second half. If they have 1 and 1 both halves, you never know how this game turns out. But they had too many things working. But, yeah, it does have something to do with it because we're just playing a few guys a ton of minutes.
Penny, what is the most critical common theme of the 3 losses? Is it that the 3 points not falling? Is it the turnovers? What do you pinpoint, across the 3?
I think it's turnovers. I think it's non-box outs. And I think that it's guys depending on offense to start their defense, and we're a defensive team. I think that's the common theme on all 3 of those games.
Penny with like 11 minutes to go in the second half in the back. You walk the bench saying, they're saying we're soft, they're saying we're soft, we are soft. Is that something to get them fired up?
Absolutely. Yeah, because when you got guys talking to the bench like that, I mean, obviously it's already hard enough. I'm a competitor. You know, at that moment when they were saying that, we were because we hadn't won a 50-50 ball. We got out-rebounded by, I think, 17. That's not being tough. You know, and at that moment I was trying to give them the understanding, soak all of this in so when we get back to practice and we have the next game, that we'll use this as motivation.
Penny, I'm sure that this is already, I'm over here, I'm sure that this is already, frustrating enough as it is, but, given the fact that you guys kind of spent the week campaigning, for fans to come out here and, fill out the forum, pack the building and things like that, does that make it any more disheartening, the fact that you guys came out and played the way you did today?
Well, I think, for us, to have to ask the fans to come out, that's what fans are for, to be able to support the hometown team. These kids deserve that. And to me, it's disheartening because I feel like it shouldn't be if we win, you decide to come back. That's what fans are for. The Tiger fans, we want you to support the team. It's a full season. Don't not come after we lose and then we win 10 games in a row. Then you come back, we lose another game, you've gone again. The fans are supposed to be there for the ups and the downs. And for me, being from here and understanding what this game means and understanding where the crowd was for the first time this year, yeah, it's a little disheartening to me because that's just who I am.
Hey, Penny, up the back here. After the Arkansas State loss, you said the guys just didn't show up and weren't ready to play. Did you feel that today, that they didn't show up, or do you think the effort was there and it just wasn't falling?
I think today, to me, looked a little tired because we have to pressure so much, and then we spotted them, and then that made it worse. We couldn't play it at the pace that we wanted to. We had to ramp things up really early, and it just looked like the offense was controlling the defense. If guys weren't making shots, it seemed like they were bothered more today, as if they were putting all their eggs in one basket. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. You still have to play the same way every single night. Every game is going to be hard, and that's another thing I keep saying is that this new team having to play, to me, one of the top 3 hardest non-conference schedules in the country. It's like you got 2 days to prepare for Mississippi State. It's not easy. So again, we asked for this schedule. We're going to have to deal with it, and we get a week off now. Let's see what this week off helps us with in next Saturday's game.
Hey, Penny, back here. You've obviously faced a lot of the top teams already in the country. Where do you just think that this Mississippi State team stacks up in regards to those other ones?
Oh, they stack up with anybody because they have scoring, they have length, they have size. They have great chemistry with the guys that they've added, with the guys that they had coming back. They're very dynamic because they can score, and they're very dynamic because they're long, and they can put you in positions in there with getting deflections and getting turnovers. Without pressing us, they got us to turn it over 18 times. So they're as good as any team we've faced thus far. That's Michigan State, that's UConn, that's Clemson and Virginia, that's any of the Missouri. They're just as good or better.
Coach, what was it like to see the growth of a former AAU player of yours, Cameron Mook Matthews, with his development tonight?
Yeah, Cameron has always been a young man that he's never been short on confidence. When he was younger, he had that tag on him that he couldn't shoot, but he always outworked everybody, always been a hard worker. And what he's done now in his 5th year is figured out who he can be for Mississippi State, and that's a huge force, arguably their best player, because he's going to do everything. He's going to defend, he's going to rebound, he's going to block shots, he's going to get assists, he's going to do everything. And I'm proud of his growth because he's a pro. He just knows how to get it done, and really, really good seeing him play high-level basketball right now.
Hey, Coach, on the turnovers, was it something they were doing or you guys were careless with the ball? And if it's something you were doing, what can you do to contain it?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of both. It was something they were doing. Every time you drive baseline, they double-team the ball, and the guys knew that, and they just didn't get the ball out properly because they were long. The other thing was careless passes, careless chest passes. We work on passing every day. We know what not to do. And again, in the heat of the game, you just never know what's going to come out. And when I saw those deflections, even when they almost stole basketballs, I'm like, we're either tired mentally or we're not paying attention because we try to guard against all those things. But credit to them, very active. So I would say more them than us.
Coach, seemed like Mississippi State did a good job taking away the three-pointer and defending the perimeter, which is obviously the thing to key on against you guys, especially Tyrese and Colby. Was that just them playing good perimeter defense, or do you think it was more just missed shots on your end?
I think more them running us off the line, and we took that shot, and it had to be a tough shot if you make it. They were really locked in on running Kobe off the line, running Tyrese off the line, and really giving a high contest. And if you make it, they live with it. And, in those type of games, you got to pull the ball down, drive it one more time, and kick it to the weak side. We're growing and getting better every game. So it's going to be scary by the time February, March comes around from playing all these different teams and all these different games. And our guys have some experience together to understand who we really can be. And that's the win for me throughout this whole entire thing. Did I want to win? Absolutely, I want to win today. But it's not the end of the world, this one game. We just got to keep growing, keep getting better, and keep putting ourselves in position to get better and better and learn every game that we lose.
Coach, right here in the front, you had Musa foul trouble early, and then he had finished the game with 0 points. You had Dane with 6 points and 6 turnovers. What can your bigs just do to be better in the future?
They did a good job of double teaming Dane to try to not let him score. That's something that we'll watch film and talk about the areas, because in the game it's gonna seem worse. With Musa, they didn't double team Musa. Musa just has to be more active. It's just chalk it up as a bad game for the bigs and a learning experience, because we're definitely going to learn from it. But what they can do better is continue to run the rim, set great screens, roll to the basket. If they don't get the pass and the shot goes up, give us second shot opportunities to get offensive rebounds. And tonight, Musa had 3 offensive rebounds, and Dane had 3 offensive rebounds. We just continue to do that because, again, every team isn't going to be Mississippi State moving forward. We got a really tough game next Saturday, and then we go into conference. And if we can finish this thing off 10-3 with the schedule we've had non-conference, that's a huge win for us going in and learning from everything that we've had happen to us from North Carolina and Alabama moving forward. Thank you.